Rain hammered against the windshield as Mark pulled into the nearly empty parking lot of the grocery store. He had just finished a long week of double shifts, his daughter Lily asleep in the back seat, and all he wanted was a quiet weekend at home. But as he stepped out, he noticed a woman frantically trying to start her car. Smoke curled from under the hood. Instinctively, Mark approached. "Need a hand?" he asked. The woman looked up, startled, rain dripping from her hair.
"Oh, yes."
I have an important meeting and my car just died." Her voice wavered with stress. Mark knelt by the engine, fiddling with the cables. "I think I can get it going. Do you have jumper cables?" She shook her head. "No, I didn't think." "No problem," Mark said with a calm smile. "We'll figure it out." Minutes passed. Sparks flew. Hands grew greasy. Lily stirred in the back seat, her small face peeking through the window. "Daddy." "What's happening?" she asked, rubbing her eyes. "You're about to see someone in need getting a little help," Mark replied, not taking his eyes off the car. Finally, with a hiss and a cough, the engine roared to life. The woman's eyes lit up. You fixed it! Thank you so much!" Mark shrugged modestly, just paying it forward. Lily clapped her tiny hands, excitement bubbling in her voice. Then, in the kind of innocent wonder only a child can have, she said, "Daddy, can she be my mommy?" The woman froze, the weight of the words sinking in. Her eyes softened, and she looked at Mark, then down at Lily. A laugh, a bit choked with emotion, escaped her. That's the sweetest thing I've ever heard," she said softly. Mark smiled, ruffling Lily's hair. "She's just saying what she feels, kiddo. People like us sometimes meet people like her in unexpected ways." Over the next hour, the three of them sat under the awning, sharing coffee as the rain eased. The woman, whose name was Emma, talked about her struggles moving to a new city, balancing work and family, feeling isolated. Mark shared bits of his life too. Single fatherhood wasn't easy, but Lily made every day worth it. By the time the rain stopped completely, a connection had formed, one that wasn't about love at first sight or grand gestures, but simple human kindness. Mark had offered a helping hand, and in return, they discovered empathy, laughter, and hope. As Emma drove away, she turned the car window down and waved. Lily waved back, her small face radiant with joy. "Daddy," she whispered, "can we see her again?" Mark smiled, heart full. "Yes, sweetie, we just might." In that moment, Mark realized something profound. Kindness is contagious, and even the smallest act, helping a stranger with her car, can change lives. It can teach a child about compassion, bridge loneliness, and sometimes, just sometimes, create a bond that feels like family. And as they walked back to their car, hands entwined, Lily skipped a little, giggling. Mark knew that even in ordinary moments, extraordinary things can happen. Over the next few days, Mark couldn't stop thinking about Emma. He kept replaying Lily's question in his mind. "Can she be my mommy?" It was innocent, yet it carried a weight he couldn't ignore. Something about Emma had stirred not just Lily's imagination, but a warmth in his own heart. One Saturday morning, Mark decided to take a chance. He called Emma, suggesting they meet at the local park for a quick coffee while Lily played. She hesitated, then laughed softly and agreed. When they arrived, Lily ran straight to the swings, but every few seconds she'd glance back and wave at Emma. Mark watched the interaction quietly, heart swelling. Emma wasn't just friendly. She was patient, attentive, and genuinely interested in Lily's world. She laughed at Lily's jokes, helped her climb the jungle gym, and even offered to push her on the swing. Mark felt a pang of relief and something deeper, a sense that maybe, just maybe, this encounter was more than coincidence. As they sat together on a bench, coffee in hand, Emma shared a story she hadn't told anyone else. How she had been living a life of constant busyness, chasing success but feeling utterly alone. Meeting Mark and Lily reminded her of what truly mattered: connection, kindness, and the little joys that make life meaningful. Mark nodded. Sometimes it takes a little rain or a dead car to make you stop and notice the people who really matter. Emma smiled, eyes glistening. "I think you're right, and I think your daughter has just reminded me what it means to care for someone with your whole heart." Lily, sensing the gravity of their conversation in her own way, tugged at Emma's sleeve. "So, can you come over for dinner sometime?" Emma's laughter was soft but full of warmth. "I'd love that." The weeks passed, and what started as a simple act of kindness grew into something richer. Emma became part of their lives, not as a replacement for anyone, but as a friend, a mentor, a constant presence. Lily's wish, expressed so simply, had opened a door to a new kind of family. And Mark realized something profound. Sometimes, the world nudges you toward the people you need most in the most unexpected ways. A helping hand, a moment of generosity, a smile. These small gestures can spark life-changing connections. One evening, as the three of them sat around the kitchen table, Lily hugged them both tightly. "I'm glad you're my friends," she said, her voice earnest. "I didn't know family could be more than just us." Mark looked at Emma, a quiet gratitude in his eyes. "Neither did I," he admitted. In that moment, they all understood kindness has a way of returning to us, often in ways we never expect. And sometimes, a simple act, like helping a stranger with a broken car, can transform lives, build new bonds, and remind us all of the beauty in human connection. As they laughed together, sharing stories and planning small adventures, one thing was clear: their lives had been forever changed, not by fate alone, but by the simple choice to care for someone else. And Lily, her eyes shining, whispered once more, "Daddy, she really is my mommy, isn't she?" Mark smiled, squeezing her hand. "She's our friend, our family, and maybe that's even better."